Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I think we're live. There we go. Look at that. Hey.
Hey.
Here we are. Look at
Yeah.
Can you see it on yours?
Let me give me a second. Yes, I see you now.
Can you have Will grab my phone?
Yes.
And then, so I can
Oh, yeah.
add to the views.
Add to the views.
Anyways, what's going on?
Not much, man.
Just been relaxing, acting all cool.
Maxing and relaxing.
How's the new diet going?
Thank you, sir.
It's been
I think it's okay.
sticking with it.
Yeah. Well, I have to.
Well, yeah, I know you
I
have
mean-
to, but I know I know sometimes it can be hard with a diet.
No, it's. I think it's not overly complex.
Right, and
and
you
I
can
think
still
that's-
eat most
that's
of your
important.
things that you like.
Well, I mean, not really.
I didn't say
know.
like sweets and stuff, but
No,
like
it's-
steak and
Yeah, I mean, protein is good. I learned that protein is nice.
protein.
Protein,
Protein.
meats.
Yep,
Meats.
more meats.
I think they frown upon bacon.
Isn't beans a protein too?
bean is a protein? Yes, beans are good.
Yeah.
But isn't it a protein only if you're mixing it with like rice and beans?
No.
No,
No.
it's a protein on its own.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to mix it with stuff though, for sure, because plain beans are just not enjoyable.
I enjoy plain beans, but I grew up eating pinto beans and rice and
that's-
everything else.
Yeah,
So.
I can get on the pinto bean wagon.
Like by themselves though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe a little salt.
Okay. Yeah. See,
But
Yeah.
usually you like
some
season them.
flavor. I
Yeah.
think flavor is important.
Little did you know you were doing this podcast with cowboys.
Howdy, y'all.
And that, I had the perfect timing as he chimed in. I clicked over to him. The only one I don't click to is myself.
Actually, Lane, that's funny because it's beans and beef jerky.
In your chili?
No, the chili didn't have that in it. No, the chili's got bison, bacon, and some vegetables.
Oh, good
Yes.
evening, Soul Slasher 217.
Hey,
It's that guy again.
that guy.
So I found a show that's similar to. Do you remember PJs?
No.
No.
I watched.
Holy
Oh,
Jesus!
Wow.
Look at that.
I'm
Talent.
so
Look at
happy that was live. That makes me so happy. Oh,
I
look
know,
at that.
it was on me,
Oh,
too.
It was
So
on you
perfect.
too. That's amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna adjust this.
Yeah. Just click over to somebody else.
It's on you.
There we go. It's on me. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
It looks like it's
Don't mind the technical dealios while we get situated there. This is what happens when you film live. Off the cuff.
That it is.
There we go.
Everything's edited
Turn it.
on the fly, on the spot.
I'll just hold my mic like this
There
for
you
the rest
go.
of the.
I've
with my
seen
leg.
people film like that, and I think it's kind of interesting.
Don't worry, I got it, guys.
On the
Hands
fly?
free and everything.
You mean on the fly?
No, like they hold the mic, like they don't use the mic stand, they just hold it.
I think it's because it's so
yeah,
random.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, which is.
I think over time it just started going.
Oh, you're. Is it stripped?
No, it's not stripped. It's just
Oh, I got you.
the weight is causing
Yeah.
it to fall over.
I got you.
Would it help if you just turned the table a little bit?
No, because
No.
I think it's the table because it's already starting to slip again.
Ah,
This-
okay.
You see
We
that?
need some. I'll get you some grippy stuff.
Grippy stuff.
But that's what I had, but it came off.
Yeah, we'll get you some replacements.
So
Maybe someday.
grippy stuff like Velcro.
No, like the rubber, like for furniture that
Two-sided
doesn't
tape?
move or something.
Oh yeah. It goes on the bottom caps of the.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That I think that would probably do the best. It would hold it in for you.
It's either that or I get the ones for the bottom of those
Oh,
mugs.
the little suction cup thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. that
Maybe
would work.
those ones.
That'd work. But no, I don't know PJs. No, I watch old TV. I don't watch new TV.
That was an old one. PJ's was one with Eddie Murphy as a cartoon character, kind of heavy set. He was a plumber and in charge of the apartment buildings that they had.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Actually, I don't think I know what the name was.
There's a new one called Blargen's Son, and he's like a Vietnam vet, so he has these weird mannerisms, and then he starts like having weird flashbacks. And then like him and his buddy are like ex-mercenaries
Oh,
as well.
see, your brother says it's the PJs is the name of the show. You
It's
can't just
close
abbreviate
enough.
it, man.
I can.
No,
It's not
'cause-
like I'm saying pajanimals.
But you know, I don't even know how to talk to you anymore. I'm glad.
Is
I'm glad
that
this microphone's not
vegetable
working.
animals? Is that what
No.
veganimals is? No.
That's the VeggieTales.
That's VeggieTales. Garanimals.
I
It
might
just
have
made
to
me
just
think
get a new one.
Garanimals.
I think I'll order that other
Where
one.
you, is Garanimals where you mix and match animals
With graham crackers?
with graham crackers?
Granimals was just like graham crackers.
Yeah, they were
with-
shaped like animals, right?
Yeah, and then
Right.
they had a circus.
Oh,
Yeah.
circus theme, yeah.
Yeah, with
yeah.
frosting and stuff.
Oh, frosting. I never.
Yeah, they were like frosting covered.
I don't think
and
I
had like
You're thinking of animal crackers, Will.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of.
No. The mothers guys are the ones that make those iced oatmeal cookies that we like.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
made they're like pink and white with sprinkles on them.
Oh, I
Those
remember
are
those.
those are the ones he's talking about.
Those are Garanimals?
No, those aren't
No.
animals. I forgot what those were called. Circus? Are they
It's
circus?
circus.
Something?
It was
Yeah.
like circus
Circus
ones.
crackers?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I used to chow down on those things.
But yeah,
This
yeah.
conversation got tragic real fast.
I know they did.
Just
I was talking about cartoons, and he goes
that
circus
was
crackers.
all filler that Kevin used while you weren't on the microphone. Is what that was.
Don't bring that. Don't bring me into there. I
You-
was using
you
cartoons,
brought
and it
it
was
up.
going well. He brought up crackers and cookies.
No.
I haven't
I
even.
don't even know what's going on now.
I don't either.
Granimals are baby clothes. You guys are all wrong.
See? Look at
According
that.
to Kevin's brother,
Oh.
all wrong.
He would know. He
Oh.
has a newer.
Does he
baby.
have babies?
He has one.
Well, I'm
Just
glad.
one?
I'm glad one of the
But-
family members is smart.
Hey, I'm smart enough to get this going.
That's true. That's true. You did a good job, Kevin.
Mind you, I work with kids. I don't know how smart that is.
That's got to be tough.
Sometimes.
No, it's
Yeah,
not, it's
just
not as tough.
occasionally tough.
No,
Yeah, occasionally.
no.
It's-
It's not as tough as like being in a high school or something, like being a teacher.
No, because
I
I
don't
can.
know.
It's similar, almost similar to that at times, because like I'm trying to get them to follow direction and do what they're supposed to. Mind you, I can give them more consequences than a teacher can, because
Yeah. See, exactly. I
Exactly.
feel like you have more
Oh,
power. Yeah. He's got that power.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah, because
It is.
high schoolers are just running amok.
I'll tell
and
you.
that's essentially what I have there is
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you have
middle schoolers and high schoolers.
disciplinary power,
Action, yes.
Yeah.
action.
Although I'll tell you what, I would pay many dollars to see Lane substitute a class one day.
I'd be amazing. I know what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
That's why I would pay to see it because I think it would be awesome.
They'd be confused as shit. We'd be like, he's making up words again, and they're like, yeah, he's making up words.
I mean, I think Lane's background and bartending experience allows him to be able to teach really well because he can get to that level of people and kind of like be on their level to where it's a common.
100%.
childish.
But he would just take no shit from any of those kids.
So we're talking about him with him sitting there.
Sorry, Lane.
This is true.
I can't see you, so I can talk
Wait,
about
hold
you.
on. If we're talking about both patience and temperance,
Yes.
I just want to tell you, with the group that we just had in here,
You did stay.
yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't have to walk out.
Yeah.
But you were a bartender.
yeah,
so
cooler
I
than
mean,
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes,
I,
you
I
put all
missed,
this to
I
shame.
missed the point that you were trying to make there, Lane.
I think I would be fine with kids.
Oh,
I was totally okay with an incredibly juvenile, incredibly loud group with very little control. Everyone else had to step out of the room at some point.
Yes.
See, he's not wrong though. Being able to deal with drunk people is similar to dealing with toddlers.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
you're not
Yes,
wrong.
they have no control and no inhibitions.
Exactly.
And realistically, if
not-
you give toddlers
And
milk,
they often walk into things.
yeah.
Yes.
Toddlers aren't obnoxious about it
Yes, they are.
they are.
or rude.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Children
They
are
just
mean.
don't know better.
Children are very mean
Okay.
and hurtful.
Hey, if
I
you
mean-
guys haven't gotten there yet, this is the Daily Torch. We're live. It's
Oh.
Sunday night. If you feel like it, like, comment, subscribe, because it helps us out a bunch.
It does.
And now we can get
Sometimes.
back to talking about toddlers.
Well,
Not
actu-
entirely dissimilar from
cartoons.
this group, if I'm being honest. Just saying. We got a bunch of new camera angles. If you hate them, if you like them, say something. We're trying some stuff out.
Oh, he's got a
Yeah, we
2-year-old,
are.
your brother, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Almost two.
Almost. Oh, sorry, almost 2.
Yeah, there's something about just being obnoxiously rude in a confined space that I just can't I can't take it.
See, I was the worst with all of my friends' kids because I was just a giant jungle gym. So I would show up, rile them up, and then bail.
Oh, you're that guy.
He's that kind of-
Yeah, you're
you're
that
awesome.
guy.
He's apparently the fun uncle.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, what are you going to do? Listen, if you only have responsibility for like 90 minutes, you're going to take advantage of that.
That is
Yeah.
true.
No,
And
that's fair.
you
Yeah,
are
but-
also going to punish your friends
But
as much as possible.
But here's the thing: you engage with the toddlers, you engage with the kids. The group that we just had in here, there's no fucking way I'd want to engage with them.
You just have to engage them differently
Yes.
because they're also like they're gonna have that meaning of life conversation that people get when they're drunk. You have to stay away from that. You have to know how to navigate that particular landmine.
Yeah.
I'm a fun uncle.
then therefore, that is why I have never been a bartender.
That's fair.
That's yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest. In the end, I really liked nightclub bartending because you couldn't hear anybody.
Ah.
You didn't have to talk to anyone. It was just
Gotcha.
like move as fast as you can, sell as many drinks as you can, kick them out.
No doubt.
Way too loud for that.
It's that scene in Ocean's 11.
It was. I mean, it was a lot better than the Sunday day shift at Rojo's, where you've got people literally telling you they got away with murder, and it's just you and the guy. And you're like, right on, man. Good on you. I don't know what you say to that.
Very,
Am I
very
safe
cool.
right now?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, should
You're
I
not
be?
hacking, right?
What should I be doing?
I
out
mean,
here?
thankfully, when he told me that story, he had to be almost 80.
You could take him, is what
I
you're
did
saying.
not. I did not feel incredibly intimidated, although it's still a bit jarring when someone tells you that. I mean, they're just right out in the open.
I got away
Yes.
with murder.
Yeah.
What he said was he was out from somewhere on the East Coast visiting his dad and his brother, and I, being the bartender, having nothing else to do and no one to talk to, was like, "Oh, where do they live?" And he's like, "Oh, well, my dad's in San Quentin and my brother's in Pelican Bay." Like, "Oh, it's that kind of trip. Gotcha." He's like, "Yeah, they both went away from murder." Pause. Perfect dramatic pause. He goes, "Yeah, they put me up for murder in the 80s. I got away with that one."
Jesus.
Boom. Like, oh,
And-
well, shit.
Yeah. Exactly? What do you say to that?
Hey, how about them local sports teams?
How about wait? Where are you from? How about your football team that you're a fan of?
How about them local sports teams?
That was a little kooky. I mean, that was strange. So I'm biting the bullet for you guys. I don't know if you know this. We get requests for Tatuaje all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we?
I am not typically. Yeah, I think he's an LA guy. Is what happens because it's always the LA guys that are like, "You got Tatuaje?" I'm like, no. I have not. I have not historically been a fan of Tatuaje cigars.
Aren't they flavored?
No.
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 They're
I mean,
a
they're-
new.
They're flavored like dirt.
They're kind of a
got it.
new.
So I am smoking the Kajonu. I don't know how you say that.
Oh, good.
Cojonu. Kajonu.
Kajonu?
The 2006. So I'm guessing it's an annual release he
Kahona?
does.
Kahonu?
Kahonu?
Yeah, I bet he's been in Hawaii. I bet it's Kahonu.
It's probably Kahuna.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so if I like it, or if it's passable, then we're going to bring in some more Tatuajes. I'm going to force them on all of you guys, and you're going to smoke them.
Have you lit it already?
Yeah, I'm smoking it right
Listen,
now.
I'm telling you, we usually don't have problems, me and Casey smoking those cigars.
Yeah.
Normally you two.
Our bar lane is a little lower than yours when it comes to cigars.
False. You have bitched about Tatuaje more times than I can count.
That's because it's bougie, and there are only two bougie things that I appreciate in this world.
So it's a fairly new company, if I remember correctly. Tattoo.
I mean, not at this point. It's got to be going on 20 years old.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, because I'm smoking
Yep.
the 2006, and I know he had a 2003, so it's at least 21 years old.
Yeah,
Really?
he's a late '90s, early 2000. That's when he started to come on the scene.
Interesting.
I've
was
seen
not aware
pictures
of
of the
that.
guy. He looks like an LA guy.
Yeah,
can believe
he's
that.
tatted up.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might
Yeah.
carry him anyway, just because people want to buy him. And listen, if you want to smoke it, fine. I don't care.
Well, I want to try it.
At least
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
of
I
the
wanna
Bring in.
boxes.
You guys want me to bring in the? So I have had. I say this. I have had one Tatuaje that I liked a lot. In fact, I've had different versions of it, and I liked it every time. And that's the limited that he does for the Tobacconist Association, the TTA. I think, Casey.
Yes.
That one's fantastic. I've had it 3 times, and every time it's been amazing.
That
Is
one.
it easy to get?
No,
I didn't think so when you said
It's
limited.
it's one of those. It's like Opus. It only comes out a certain time of year.
Got
Yeah,
it.
and he only sells it to people that are members of that particular tobacconist association.
Yes,
So not us. Got it.
Yeah, we should probably think
we
about
can. We
joining.
can
some
probably
stuff.
join. It's probably not
Yeah,
terrible.
at some point.
But no, he's been pretty popular in like the conventions and stuff. He's a real friendly guy. He goes out and he glad hands and shakes and smokes with regular people. He's a really cool dude.
Shakes
Yeah.
the babies and kisses the hands.
That's it. Man.
Yeah, I think he smokes around LA a bunch. That's why I think people ask for it so much because they know him.
I want to
And
say
once you have
he
a
opened
personal
a lounge.
connection, yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Once you get a personal connection with someone like that, like when Rocky came in, and Rocky goes in everywhere, that's not unique, right? But once you meet the owner of a company like that, you sort of have an appreciation for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, it's so far, it's quality tobacco. It's not a flavor profile I really want to smoke, but it's not a bad cigar,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see people appreciating this a lot.
No, that's fair. That's because I know it's one of those earthy tone genre cigars.
It is very earthy.
Well,
Yeah.
where's his tobacco from?
I didn't even look.
I believe he's one of the big Honduran name guys.
Is he?
Oh,
I think so. I
Honduran?
think-
Does he
I think
actually
his-
have a farm, or does he just contract everything?
No, I think he has a farm because I remember seeing some sort of a documentary about him where, and that's why I thought he was a young farm. He was.
Oh no.
Or-
no,
yeah.
Well, it might be that his farm is young, but his company isn't. So he
Okay.
could have been contracting for a
Sure.
long time.
That makes
like,
sense.
People do that in alcohol all the time.
Yeah.
Bourbon's notorious for it. Padron didn't have a distillery for like the first 15 years.
Really.
And I still don't think they produce most of their tequila at the distillery. I think they buy most of it on contract. But they needed some place for people to go because so many people wanted to tour the Padron distillery.
Gotcha.
Patron.
Patron, yeah, sorry. I'm mixing up cigars and tequila.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I just was making sure I was hearing you correctly.
Yeah, no, that was me.
But no, I think he did the partnership startup thing first.
Is that what Dion did too with the Lugione?
Yeah, same deal. You start off with a shop or something, and then you get real friendly with some guys, and then they say, hey, because they have batches of tobacco leaves just hanging out, not doing anything, and they go, hey, would you be interested in maybe rolling a cigar, and going in on one? It's like,
Creating.
yeah, like a group, and then that's, he went down there because I know he does tastings, so he went down and he made the Tatuaje, is that first initial one, as sort of a like conglomeration deal, like
What-
with some other friends.
What is his name?
Oh, that's
That's a good one.
That's a Google thing. I'm sorry.
Or
The
is it
Tatuaje guy?
Double
Yeah,
Jeopardy?
I don't, yeah.
I feel like Aaron, maybe.
I have no idea.
That sounds kind of right, actually.
But he's got tattoos up the yin yang.
Yeah, he's on the
Listen, if you put him and
Pages.
Dion together, they would not look out of place.
no.
Oh, no, I
Standing
get
side
that.
by side.
Yeah. They would definitely.
They both have sort of that same feel about them.
Right.
I can't tell you how many people have told me that Dion's palate is incredible.
Really?
Yes, for cigars.
That's
They
interesting.
say he's one of the best palates in the business.
Really?
That's interesting.
I don't want to bang his
Right?
brand, but
I think. Listen, I like his lower end stuff more than I like his upper end stuff. I do.
That's fair.
There's a couple
Yeah.
of his lower end cigars that I really enjoy.
yeah.
I think the flavors that he's trying to produce, he blows out a little bit in his top tier cigars.
Well, I like you, prefer his not lower end, his initial beginning.
But
Brand.
you're talking about like the 888,
Yeah.
88 and the 888 and
88,
that
the
stuff.
888.
The Epernay.
Yeah. No.
You
See,
didn't like
that's
it?
what.
I thought I remember you smoking the Epernay.
Well, I tried. I have to admit, I tried, but that's where I deviated. It's like I can't go that direction.
Oh yeah.
I need to stay in the wheelhouse of what he initially started with, because when he did start to expand with the Epernay and the other, they're lighter shade cigars, and I'm
Yeah.
not a lighter shade cigar smoker.
Yeah.
So I mean, are we doing an impromptu?
Well, I mean, it's kind of what we do.
Apparently.
No,
I'm not reviewing it. I'm just.
I want to say for and I don't mean to cut you off, Lane, I'm sorry. I want to say that Dion's palate, because he uses the Honduran base, and I feel like if I was a Honduran fan, his cigars would just be amazing.
Well, less so now. He's got a bunch of 100% Nicaraguan.
I don't think I've actually tried the Nicaraguans.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to
you
try
have. The one I
those.
brought in here for you was Nicaraguan.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
100% Nicaraguan, I believe.
Okay.
Is it, what's the line? Do you remember the name of the line?
Fumar de Amore.
Oh, okay, De Amore.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that
Okay.
was the Nicaraguan, yeah?
And then he's got a bunch. I mean, that wall has grown so much in his shop.
Oh, it's huge.
He's got a ton of Nica Puros.
Which is, you know what? He's listening to his market because there was a time when that was like, no way.
Well, he did the same thing that Rocky did. And he started to drift into Honduran, and then he drifted into, like, started blending in some San Andreas tobacco.
Right.
And then he sort of stepped back from that a little bit.
Yeah, because I remember when he was big on the San Andreas tobacco
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff. But so the Fumare de Amora,
Fumar de Amore.
okay. Easy for you to say.
Like the Frank Sinatra song, that's Amore.
Amore.
Fumar de Amore.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along.
So I had Casey, you'd appreciate this. I
Yes.
had a Matt Golf moment.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like my favorite kind of Matt golf moments?
Yeah, the one you absolutely adore.
Let me tell you right now, golfing with Lane is fantastic for this exact reason.
Little 206 yard par 3. And I was on the tee first for whatever reason. Like, we weren't really playing honors. So I just went up there and hit one because I was ready. Perfect little baby draw to like 6 feet. Nice little birdie putt, staring it down. And the next guy up is walking onto the tee as I'm walking off. And he's got a hybrid of some sort in his hand.
Okay.
And he looks at me and he goes, "Nice shot." He goes, 4-iron? And I pause for a second. And I go, 7-iron? And I show him the 7. Shit you not. He just goes, "Fuck off."
He actually said that to you.
That right there is fantastic on the golf course.
I mean, he said it, he wasn't being mean.
No.
But
Yeah. There's that kind of not inclination, but
It's like the goddamn it moments.
yes.
Yes. Yeah. No, this moment happens so much that it's just a staple of going with Lane, and I love every time because I wait for it. Like, I just know, because I know,
Somebody's gonna ask.
like, he can hit the ball with an impressive club, and I just wait for someone who thinks that they can play the game, and they think they're doing really well, and then they watch him just drill one, and all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, what'd you hit there?" And as soon as he says something, you just see like disappointment hit them. Like, their soul just goes,
Depression and
yeah.
sadness.
Like, why have I bought these clubs? Why have I paid so much? My life is a ruin. It's a lie.
I got a kick out of one of the guests that was here earlier, and you were talking to Ryan, and you go, "I can play."
You're a +2 now.
And I can
right?
play.
yeah.
And he goes, "Oh," and somehow it came out that you were +2. You said that you.
No,
were
he
+2.
said like birdies, and I go, "Yeah, like a +2."
Yeah.
And-
And then the other guy, okay, that was sitting either next to him or one seat over goes, "You're not a +2." And I looked at him and I just like, who the fuck are you to say anything like that?
I didn't hear him say that.
Oh, no, I know
Yeah,
you did.
that's what I laughed about too, because I heard the same thing.
I heard that and I giggled. I was
and
like,
I'm like, you
if only
haven't been
knew."
here in 3 years. Of course you don't know this. He improved
Yeah.
just because his clubs are right and fit him now.
Has it been that long since he's been here?
That's what he said.
No fooling.
Who was that?
Gee.
Was it June that said
Yeah,
that?
it was
Yeah.
June.
Oh, June has been here. No. June's
Yeah.
been here in the last like
He's
3
been
months.
A few
Yeah,
times, yeah.
he said it's been 3 years since I've seen you.
June just doubts everything,
okay.
Yeah.
which is a lie because I saw him 3 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him before the holidays. But June just does. He's just be like, "That's not true."
No, he said it to me. I haven't seen you in
Oh
3
yeah,
years.
yeah, 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 yeah.
'Cause I'm
Yeah,
not
he
always
thought,
here.
and he thought I was the guy that went and spent a bunch of time down in the Philippines.
Yes. Yes, he did. It was hilarious.
Ah, he
it
thought
was-
you were Dave.
Yeah,
Or Joe.
Dave or
Joe,
Joe,
yeah.
yeah.
or James.
No, James isn't a Philippines guy.
No, I
Taiwan.
know he isn't, but I
You
could
can
see-
easily confuse that if it's June. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's June, yeah.
It's June.
No, James is a Thailand guy.
Right.
And,
no, I get
and
that.
Cambodia, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is where Cameron is now apparently.
Really?
We're just
Is
throwing
that-
out names of people hiding in Southeast Asia.
If you find him, let us know.
It's like Where's Waldo? If you see him, just snap a picture and let us know.
Yeah.
This is where we start playing tag with all our friends.
Oh God.
GPS tag, baby.
Yeah,
Here we
he
go.
was in Cameron was in Mexico, I guess, and then went back to Cambodia.
Oh well, good for him.
Hey, is that good for him?
Good for him.
So we have a Super Bowl that we've seen before.
Oh man.
Are you confident, Will?
Fuck no. I'm kind of like June in this way. I love my 49ers. I really do. And I love it when they win because all the reservations that I have about them being able to execute goes right out the door. It's like
It's a solid team, man.
And
It's a
as
solid team.
And as a result, I enjoy the game much more.
Oh, okay. So you're surprised when they win?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
okay.
get a little more joy out of it because of my skepticism.
I was not surprised when they came back today.
No.
Yeah.
I
mean,
told you after the Packers game.
No, I know you did.
In fact, I told my dad today. I think it was my dad. I told him today, I think it's going to be close, and then they're going to run away with it in the back. Like once they get to the second half, because they just have too many guns.
Yeah, and they are a second half team.
Yeah. Well, they just wear teams down.
Yeah.
And they have too much talent.
Oh.
They're fresh in the second half. They're running hard. The O-line's still strong. Defense and their team's starting to wear out, and they just start bowling over people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were just warming up. That's the first half. It's the warm up for
Well, I
them.
think they honestly tried to play a game that wasn't their game
True.
right out of the gate, and,
Yeah.
it bit them in the ass.
Well, now,
Well-
Lane, you tell me this that there's usually like a script set of plays.
Yeah, the
first,
first
right?
certain number, 15, 20, 25 plays are usually scripted, and for offense.
Okay, so do you think that they were just trying to script different plays this time around, and then they were
I
like,
think they were
let's
trying
just
to
go
get.
back?
I think they were trying to get tricky.
Okay.
Or do you think that, they were just trying to show a different side of them that they really hadn't perfected yet, and they knew they could fall back on their regular game for the second half?
No, I think their coach was afraid of what happened to them in the Super Bowl when they lost last time, and wanted to perfect that style of play. Realized it wasn't working, and said, "F it, we're just going to do what we do."
Right.
There's one way
that's-
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad football is almost over.
Didn't.
Your brother's a baseball fan, I take it.
He likes baseball, yeah.
What's his team?
Dodgers, like my grandma.
The Dodgers. Ah.
And like I root for the Dodgers when I'm sitting with my grandma and watching them.
fair.
Mainly, I watch hockey.
You also root for the Dodgers when I'm in the room.
I could.
You have to.
Do you have any hope of the Giants being in contention this season?
No.
Okay, just check it.
Fair.
I
Fair.
do.
That's,
What about the Angels?
that's
They-
fair.
Do you have any hopes?
No, we just lost our best player.
No, yeah. The Shogun has gone
I mean,
to
I'm
the
just,
dark side.
I mean, all animosity aside, I really do hope that the Dodgers can pull something together, and
How did you get out of focus?
instead of them going into the playoffs and dying, essentially, I'd like to see them get a little bit deeper in the playoffs, because I know my team, we're struggling with.
I won't know for.
Oh well, there goes the Alec Bradley.
Bucket.
That's all right.
Manual or auto is what I'm asking.
It's on auto.
Okay, so if I just push it down, it should do it.
Yeah. I'll switch it to manual.
It's good. It's still going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, it's because it's on auto. I'll switch it to manual for the reviews.
So anyway, I was talking about the Giants, and the Giants' problem is front office.
Is it?
Yeah, it's with the guy. I mean, when Sabian left, Sabian was so talented with talent, with finding the players that were just had what they needed and were good at what they did.
Right.
They may have not been superstars at the moment, but they got developed and they did really well.
Okay.
So, but he left, and there's a guy, Zaida, I think is how you spell his last name.
Okay.
And he brought one of his guys, and they came from the Dodgers organization.
Okay.
And ever since those guys showed up, I've noticed that the team has not been cohesive like it was when Bochy was there.
I got you.
Bochy and Sabian. Now, granted, Zaidi is, I guess, kind of like a John Lynch, a general manager.
Okay.
So he had input, or because Bochy was leaving and Sabian was leaving, he wasn't. I think
be
that's
hard
what
to
the
leave.
Giants' answer was for them.
Yeah.
Is to get this guy and his cohort and come up from the Dodgers organization and add to whatever they were, trying. I don't know what their scheme was. It didn't work for sure.
well,
yeah, no.
Break it, did we?
You gotta
And,
you gotta try different things. I think, and
I mean, in Kepler, as much as I don't like Kepler actually did a good job.
I feel like he did the best he could with the team he had.
Exactly. He really did. I mean, he brought some cohesiveness within the locker room. But when Barry Bonds left and they started going and getting all of the World Series titles, they had some veterans in there that had been on World Series teams prior to getting to the Giants. And so there was that experience that was there to guide the other guys to develop and come up and be, the Giants that we know, the 2000 teens,
Yeah,
essentially.
the World Series winners.
Yeah.
Okay.
2010 and on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not there. We're really far away from there. In fact, I just heard that Cobb, one of our pitchers, just had hip surgery, and he seems to be on the mend in a good way. So,
We'll see then. We'll see.
yeah, they're
how
optimistic about it for
We'll
sure.
see how it goes. But you know what's more important? It starts soon.
What's that?
Formula One.
Of course.
Come on, Formula One.
Is that right? It's going to
It's
start
the
again?
21st of
Yeah, when's
February.
testing?
Testing is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and then Drive to Survive Season 6 comes out on the 23rd,
Are you talking about February or March?
February.
February.
Oh, really? That
Yep.
soon?
And our last season of Drive to Survive with Gunther Steiner.
Oh, sad day. Sad day. He really does make that show.
No, he does.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
Who do you get to replace him? Like, who steps up for that role? Because it's not Zach Brown.
No.
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have the character
No.
for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
The answer to that is probably nobody, unfortunately.
Not anybody that's there now.
Maybe Fred Vasseur, the Ferrari guy. He's kind of funny, but
I mean,
he's-
it could be whoever Andretti gets, but not for.
oh yeah, there we go. The American, yes, very good. I'm excited for Formula One.
I don't usually watch it all that often.
Well, I know because you're not in here at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm here.
Like
Casey,
it
it's
used to
still
be.
the same cigar.
Has it changed?
Earthiness. Do you get any like leather notes or anything like that? Or
Leather, earth, a little bit of black tea,
Okay.
no pepper.
No pepper. Yeah. Well, if they added pepper to it, would you be more interested, even with the earthy tones?
No.
Okay.
No?
No, it's just not a flavor profile I like.
No, that's fair. It's just it's
It's
earth
too
tones.
much of what it is.
Yeah, earth tones don't do
Which, listen, some people love that. It's not my thing. It might be good with scotch.
It's too much earth tones?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like smoking rawhide.
Well,
It's
that's
not like smoking rawhide. It's like smoking tanned leather.
Okay.
Ah,
fair enough.
okay,
Wow.
okay.
Okay. That's a hell
Yeah.
of a description for sure.
Yeah.
Now, is it Honduran tobacco?
I didn't look.
I'm pretty sure it.
We're going to say it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's-
sure.
If it's not, I'd be blown away.
Yeah, I'd be surprised too because I know Honduran is very earthy, very not gritty dirt, and yet sometimes gritty dirt.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it smokes Honduran.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Would it be enjoyable with like an espresso, maybe?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Like throw in some like a latte, some cream notes, a little bit of sweet to balance it out,
Yeah.
like something to counter it as you're
Sure.
smoking through it, or like a traditional espresso with some sugar and some lemon.
Okay. Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it could be good. You need something to balance it out.
Let's-
It's too much of what it is.
I feel like most Hondurans are in that ballpark. Like the earthy notes kind of become very predominant,
Yeah.
and they need like a coffee or something to kind of balance out that predominant note, kind of bring it back, and then it's really enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
extreme. I get what he was trying to do. I bet some people just adore this cigar. I'm
would you
just not
say
one of them.
so middle of the road or a little bit more than mild?
No. It's between medium and full.
Okay.
It's just not medium and full for the flavors that you think of when you're thinking medium and full.
Ah.
The flavors in it are really big.
Oh,
It's not tame.
Okay, that's
okay.
good.
It's the really big flavors that I don't necessarily want to be smoking.
That's
fair. That's fair.
So I was on the freeway today.
Oh boy.
I don't understand this. I don't understand a lot of things.
Okay.
And this is not the first time it's happened to you.
I'm going to talk to you about yesterday.
Okay.
I had the same issues.
So I'm on the freeway, right?
Yes.
Driving towards Tahoe through Carson City.
Okay.
And there's an on-ramp coming on. Right? So it's my understanding, pretty sure this is accurate. Being the car already on the road, I have two responsibilities.
Yep.
Maintain speed and relative position to the car in front of me. I wasn't tailgating. He had a fair distance. It was a comfortable distance to merge into. So car pulls up beside me, and they won't adjust their speed at all. So they're right next to me. And I just hold, at this point, I'm just like, nope, we're doing it. Just holding position. Because I'm maintaining speed and position relative to the car in front of me.
Right.
And they got to the point where they were going to run into the wall. Slammed on the brakes, came in behind me, hit the gas real hard, came around beside me. Dude, it was a guy and a girl. The girl was driving. And the dude is just flipping me off and screaming inside the car from every possible direction, all the way around. I was so desperately hoping, because at this point they're doing like 95 on that freeway, hoping that there was a cop around that corner where that slow section happens.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted that so bad today.
Oh, that's
Where they're
amazing.
normally at.
You know,
That's amazing.
I think a classic move would have been for you to smile and wave back.
Oh, there you go.
hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I usually just don't pay attention to it. I just don't care. It's all the transplants. It is all the transplants. If I didn't
Yeah.
think this was a transplant, I
Yeah.
think this was a tourist, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
I also, walking to the gym the other day, like
Did you almost get hit?
No. But some other people almost ran into someone. So, Tesla, California plates, heading up Kingsbury Grade, has clearly missed their turn. Now, Kingsbury Grade does not look like a mountain road. It's not like, oh my God, I've got nowhere to go. There are businesses
Right.
30 yards in front of her where she can pull into a driveway or a street or whatever. Doesn't do that. Right? Now, it's not a full-on highway, but it's also not a residential road. Pulls onto the shoulder on the right side, throws on her left-hand blinker. Now, she's not fully out of the lane because it's not that big,
Oh, no.
and just waits half in the middle of the road until she can U-turn. Like, there's
my
a
God.
line of like 7 cars behind her just laying on their horn.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dude. Oh, dude. I honestly,
Was this person culturally challenged?
I don't know. I didn't look that
It
close.
didn't look that. It sounds like somebody that just might be challenged culturally.
I mean, it was a terrible maneuver in a car. Now, watching the California, like seeing the California plates, this is what I thought. I was literally talking to my dad on my headphones, walking down to the gym while this is happening. So I see the California plates, and reflexively, I'm like, these are the jackasses that want to take my guns. Now, to
Oh,
be
no
clear,
fucking
if I'm
shit,
shooting a
yeah.
firearm, there's a 98.5, 99% chance I'm going to hit what I'm shooting at, right?
Right.
Moreover, I've probably evaluated what's behind them, and I'm not going to hit anything dangerous behind me.
right.
Now, this person's driving a Tesla. There's at least a 50-50 chance she's going to hit something she's not intending to.
Yeah.
Which is more dangerous?
The Tesla for sure. Yeah, the Tesla
I was
for sure.
livid just watching this happen. I wasn't even involved. I'm just watching it. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, that's scary, man. That's a
is-
scary thought.
Casey, you want to sell this guy? You want me to sell this guy some cigars?
I mean, you can. The square's over by the table over there.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So I had similar
Okay.
in Reno yesterday.
Oh, you were in Reno.
Yeah, I went to go see my grandma.
How is your grandmother?
My grandma's doing awesome.
Perfect,
And
perfect.
She needs to go to the doctor again, and they're talking about possible surgery for something,
Oh boy.
and it has to do with her back.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
But no, I'm driving up there,
Oh, dude.
kind of similar to him. Guy's coming on the on-ramp. I'm going at a decent speed. First guy in front of him makes it in front of me, which is fine. He speeds up and tries to cut in front of me.
Right.
And he does.
Oh.
And I had to hit the brakes because he was literally that far off my bumper.
Oh, jeez.
And I didn't get mad. I had the wife and kids in the car.
Oh,
I didn't
fair.
yell.
Fair.
And I just shook my head. And then the wife started yelling.
Oh man, dude, because I have to get on the freeway, to get here from my house, right?
Yeah.
There's a and it's a 2-lane stop line
To get on
to
50.
to both turn.
Yeah.
And that particular entry area is like the main road for big semi trucks. So one of those lanes always has like semi trucks or pickup like big
Yeah.
carry-in trucks. I don't know how many times I've seen people try to race that truck
Cut him off.
and cut him off.
Yeah.
And I'm just in awe that there's not more accidents right at that particular entry area for the freeway. I'm like, just let him go. He's
Dude,
a big semi truck.
The YouTube videos of people doing stupid shit in front of tractor trailers and paying a substantial price for it are numerous.
Priceless.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're all over
Priceless.
the internet at this point.
See, and then today, when I was going to my camera's out.
Your camera's out.
Oh.
My camera's out.
All right.
Anyways, today when I was going to coming out of Walmart and I was leaving,
Yeah.
so you know how there's that right turn after the hospital and everything.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm in the lane to make that turn. This lady's coming in. I wasn't getting ready to pull out or anything because there was more cars. She comes in and she can't figure out how much she needs to turn, so I have to actually go while there's still cars going.
Turning is treacherous, apparently.
Apparently,
Yeah. Turning is like the number one. I don't know if they don't teach turning anymore in driver school. I think maybe it's just a Mario Andretti. We can just go in a straight line driving school that people are taking. I haven't figured it out yet.
It was the same thing. It was like she was driving a blue Nissan
Yeah.
with California plates.
Yeah.
So I mean, right then and
Oh,
there,
it is.
there's two
There-
things
there
that
it
I'm
is.
like,
I know.
Nissan
I
and a California driver.
and a California drive. If you live in California, maybe you should just drive.
Nah, probably
Let's
not.
just adopt the automatic car for California drivers.
Just for you
can
guys.
just chill in the passenger seat and let the radar take over, and just everyone will be okay.
Well,
Yeah.
don't
No,
forget,
this is a thing, right?
don't
Like, I
forget
love
you got to
driving.
put a cone on top of the hood.
Oh, God. No, I love driving. Some people, driverless cars.
My mom says, nah, just a lot of stupid people. And I'm just like, wait, she's from California and I've seen her driving.
I'm from California.
Shots
Shots
fired.
fired.
I was born in Huntington Beach.
I know you were. My brother's reporting California. My mom's from California. I'm just here, only Nevada.
Some people need these things.
Yeah.
I must agree.
Same thing for BMWs.
Yeah.
Your brother sounds like a host of Top Gear.
I mean, he lives in Vegas and there's a lot of stupid people driving BMWs. So
I would not want to live in Vegas and drive.
who
No,
wants
thank
to live
you.
there?
I
I don't
used
even
to
like
live
going there to
I mean-
visit to drive.
Kevin used to live there. So did I. I used to live there in the mid '90s, and
Dude, your brother's taking shots.
I was-
Wow.
I know.
I was,
Wow.
I was up on the west side, and most of the time, but I would go around all over Las Vegas, calling on clients, and I knew how to drive. And it was interesting. Most of the people that were locals, that you could tell were locals, they knew how to drive on the roads that were there. It's
yeah.
only when you got into. It was only when I got into the Strip area. It just being on Industrial or Paradise Road, which parallels the Strip, and that's when I got into trouble with other people, and they were primarily Californians.
No,
also,
that's fair. It's just driving is treacherous some
just
days.
hit
It's just scary.
He is, and my mom's
Well,
texting me too instead of using
mean,
the chat.
the California drivers don't really get a lot of road time because they're sitting in traffic so often and so much that they have no clue on what they're doing.
No, that's
He's
fair.
not wrong. Technically, I am a
And
bastard.
No, I get that.
from a
So, yeah.
certain perspective, they're traveling at 70 miles an hour, and if you're not traveling at 70 miles an hour and you're not in the far right lane, you're going to be scared.
No, that's I don't brave the far lanes over anymore when I'm in California. No, thank you.
Honestly, I'm okay with everyone driving fast. I appreciate Southern California drivers because I know what they're going to do. Whatever the most aggressive thing they can do is, that's what they're going to do. It's
Yep.
predictable. It's reliable.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Right?
I must agree.
Yes.
I
Yes.
concur.
You're absolutely
yes,
right.
Senator, I concur.
It's when you get a terrible mix of both and you just get horrified.
Yeah.
It's like being at Heavenly when only blue runs are open and you've got people that want to be on green runs on blue runs and you've got people that want to be on black runs on blue
On blue
runs. And you're
runs.
like, this is terrifying.
Exactly.
I don't know
So
where
scary.
anybody's going. Like,
Well, what's funny is I've learned, because I've been on the mountain as much as I have been previously, because I was skiing on the mountain, I've learned the sections that people don't go to. And it's like going down Tamarack. You go left, skiers left, but you're not extreme skiers left. You're like about 10 yards off the left side. And people are having trouble navigating going left and right. And they're just kind of spreading away from that one lane. And I'm just like going, okay, this is good.
You know what they need
Oh,
on the mountain?
man.
You know what they need? One of those like heat map displays of like moving like green lines and yellow lines and red lines like in real time because we can track your phones these days. I want that like because they do it for traffic, right?
Okay.
Like,
Do they?
like when traffic slows down, there's a little red line on the road. They need that for ski runs.
Yeah,
ski
I see
runs
what you're
need
saying.
like this run is just red. Don't even try it.
In
Just
the,
go to a
in the
different one.
navigation plane.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I
exactly.
know what you're saying.
They need
why
one
do
of
you-
those.
why do you think I hang out on the Nevada side so often?
Oh, no.
Because you're hiding.
No,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
less
hiding.
people. There's just so many. There's a hell of a lot of less people over there.
Yes.
And that's one of the first things I do when I go up the mountain. I head straight for Nevada.
Yeah, I mean, when East Peak, when the lines from Comet and Dipper are literally running into each other at the back ends, there'll be like 10 people in line at Olympic.
Right.
This time of year camera.
And the
That overheated.
the good news is that there's ways to get back over to the California side that you do not have to depend upon Comet and Dipper.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people think that's basically the only way to get over to California. And for 90% of the people, that's good because I know where 90% of the people is, and I just go over to where 10% of the people are, or even less than that, actually.
Yeah. No, there's a nice thing about knowing like how to navigate the mountain, especially to avoid those situations. Same with driving, right? Like that's the thing. It's nice to be able to be like, oh, I know exactly how I can get away from that crazy
Yeah.
road that's full of
Yeah.
people and not have to do that, which I appreciate.
Alternate routes.
Yes, the scenic route.
To
I
a
like
certain degree,
taking the scenic. I want
absolutely
to take the
right.
scenic route today. You know,
Scenic route's always nice to do.
it really is. I like the scenic
Usually
route.
when I come back from Reno, I take the back way, so old 395, and I take that left and go around the back side of that lake.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy that route.
I take the Virginia City route sometimes.
Oh,
do
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, because it cuts up. It goes up the mountain there, so you get that really cool view of the mountain, especially like if the sun's going down.
Are you talking about coming out of Virginia City, going into Virginia City towards Reno?
From Reno.
From Reno.
Yeah, from
Okay.
Reno to Virginia City. You
Yeah,
take
yeah.
that mountain road.
Yeah.
And then what's nice is when it drops you out in Dayton, it's right by my house.
Oh, you're
So-
taking a different one than I'm thinking of.
Geiger
Geiger
Grade.
Grade?
Yes. Yeah, thank you. I never remember what the name of that one is. I should, though. It's really easy to remember.
I mean, it should be. but
Geiger grade.
Like a Geiger counter.
Yeah, exactly. It's Nevada. We have all the cool names.
Right? That's probably where it came from. There's a high reading of radioactivity on this
I hope
grade.
there's no radiation out there. My water comes from that area, man.
Hey, you could become superhuman, or
That's not how that works. That's not how radiation works.
No, you won't have any cancer then.
That's also not true. It's false.
I don't know then what to tell you.
I'm going to teach you about
You'll have
radiation
all,
one of these days.
you'll have all the cancer.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, Kevin's brother is right. There is no reason to do 35 and a 65
Yeah, just do the speed limit.
unless you're in a farm vehicle,
Very true.
Yeah.
which in Nevada is a thing.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
plan on taking my dad's tractor and bringing it over to my house. So
I have been behind a combine before.
I believe it.
Really?
Really? Yes.
Yep.
Was that terrifying?
No, they were just doing like 20 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
They're usually pretty good at keeping off to the side of the road, and they try to pull off to the side as much as possible to let cars go by.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So they're relatively.
I just don't understand why people do 35 over the speed limit in certain. I'm like, where are you going?
Because it's so fast and fun.
But it's not. It's not going to get you there really that much
know-
quicker. It's,
So it's funny is you're absolutely correct. Is I don't know where I got this statistic from, but if you're going 75, 85 miles an hour versus speed limit 65 miles an hour,
yeah.
you're gonna only get there maybe 3 minutes faster than the other person.
Yes. It's not. It's not a lot. It's so silly.
Yeah. But at the same time, when I'm driving out to Utah, man, it makes a difference.
Long distance driving, high speeds, I understand.
Okay.
But if you're just going,
In
from
a
point A
city.
to point B in the city, like there's
Yeah.
no reason to go that fast. Just gonna get in an accident.
And it's going to take you longer, or get pulled over, and it's going to take you longer because you got pulled over.
Yes, exactly.
You guys are defeatists.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm sorry, Andretti. I didn't mean to rain on your parade over there.
I actually don't drive that fast.
No,
I
you
drive
don't.
I drive pretty quick on mountain roads.
Well,
when it
what's-
gets into corners, I have a lot of fun.
You have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
'cause
definitely on the way back way to and back from Yosemite.
yeah.
Oh, I could tell you were having so much fun.
Yeah, because you don't really. You
Oh,
know.
he knows 88
Well, yeah.
better than I know the back of my hand.
It's not even knowing 88. It's knowing your car. You know your car
True.
well enough. You know how
True.
the turns handle. So you take them quicker because you want to see how much more you can build that
Well, I
knowledge.
just enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know what I ought to do is
But I drive slower than Will does on the freeways.
that's true. You do, and I'm surprised at that. That was because of as much driving as you do and as many stories that we've heard you tell about driving back and forth from Cal Poly to here and.
In the middle of the night. That's
yeah,
a little bit different.
I feel
Driving,
yeah.
like getting off at a bar at 3 a.m. and driving 6.5 hours, little different. You're driving a little bit quicker.
yes.
Well, of course.
Also
but-
because there's no one on the road. I mean, at that time, even then, I-5 wasn't as well traveled as it is now. You could see cars for miles.
or not see cars from us.
Yeah, but I mean, no, if there were headlights, like you were worried about coming up on a cop or something, you could see them for decades.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, having shared basically most of those types of stories,
Yeah.
it automatically put in my mind when I got into your passenger seat that you drive a bit faster than you actually do.
Oh, yeah. No, on straights, like just on highways and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 to 10 over. It's usually where I park it.
Yeah, makes
Yep.
sense.
Same.
But on mountain roads, I have a lot of fun.
I do enjoy like cutting into a turn, like clipping the apex on a turn sometimes, and
Right.
But then I'm like, oh, I'm driving a Rav4, not a Ferrari. Like, what am I doing here?
or as what is it? What's his handle? Slaughter
That's Soul,
Soul
Slasher.
Slasher.
Soul Slasher.
You just call him Soul.
Yeah. Well, like Soul Slasher.
Just say Soul.
Easy for you to say.
Just say Soul.
just say Kevin's brother.
He was
Or that.
he was bagging on the BMWs.
Yes.
But I have to admit, the BMWs in turns are just awesome.
A BMW, certain BMWs are fantastic.
Yes.
Most of them not so
Yes.
much. I've seen Top Gear.
Well,
my mom.
there you go.
My mom has a Porsche, and it's the SUV one. Those are pretty fun.
That's not a
in the
Porsche.
Oh, the Cayenne?
That's not a Porsche.
Yeah, the Cayenne.
No, it's not.
It's still pretty fun in a turn.
No,
The-
don't.
So
So what if it's not a Porsche? What is it, Casey?
It's a Volkswagen.
Okay.
That's a
Or-
Touareg
I would
with
say
Or
you're
is it
wrong.
an Audi?
no, that's a Touareg with $60,000 badges. Yeah, that's all that is. That's exactly what that is.
So
You're not
what,
wrong.
what I really need to do is have Lane sit in the driver's seat of my Mini and go along 88 and just see how much fun he has.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, he'd mom.
I
the Mini.
love feeling cars sit into turns. If you get the braking and the acceleration just right and it sits down and grabs and you can just slingshot out of it.
Yep.
That's just the best feeling in a turn when you get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little drum and bass playing on the radio. It is.
So I've decided I can't, as much as I like this camera, I just can't use it for this thing.
yeah,
I'm
is
gonna
have
it-
to swap it
Is
out.
it still doing the?
It's
overheating.
overheating. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got other batteries for the Sonys, or I have access to other batteries for the Sonys.
Okay.
I'll work that out this week.
We'll get that taken care of.
Yeah.
That's all right.
At some point.
Did you watch Masters of the Air?
I did, yes.
No.
What did you think?
I thought it was very good.
I agree.
I didn't think I would. I missed the interviews with the actual veterans before and after the series.
Yes, that was what was missing for sure.
Yeah. That was a really cool part of Band of Brothers.
Of
Yes.
course, yeah.
Yeah, I like that because it kind of gave it like context.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't just a story we're telling in Hollywood. Like, this is a story from these guys
These
Yeah.
are actually
sitting here.
that have lived it.
Who are
That
actually
were-
there going through this particular hell.
That's
We're actually doing what the actors were portraying essentially.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I also kind of felt like it wasn't as star-studded as Band of Brothers.
No, that's fair. But was Band of Brothers star-studded when it happened, though?
Okay, that's actually a fair point.
What do you mean?
But like, if you watch Band of Brothers, you see a whole bunch of dudes on there, and you're like, "Oh my, that's that guy. That's that guy." When you
Yeah,
watch,
Damian Lewis and
Right.
oh, yeah, Damian Lewis
different
is in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
yeah,
the actors and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know that, especially in this country, they were that well known when they did that show. Now, some of them were. Some of the older officers, obviously.
yeah.
I can't think of the guy's name. The dude from Cheers was in it.
Yep.
Ted Danson.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti was in it.
Yeah.
You're, what's his face from Firefly and
Oh.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
He's in there too.
yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Well, I guess it just because you're right, they weren't that popular when that came out.
Nathan Fillion.
Is that
Yeah,
Nathan Fillion?
Yeah, he's in there.
Was the guy? I just lost it.
The guy from Friends was in there too. That's the one I always remember seeing.
Which one?
Ross.
Ross?
David Schwimmer.
Yeah,
David
yeah,
Schwimmer,
David Schwimmer. He's
yeah.
in there. And
Yeah.
You go, oh shit, that guy's in here.
Oh, the guy who did Bones, Boreanaz. Is he in it?
Don't think so.
David Voorhees.
Oh, is it Boreas?
Yeah, no, David Voorhees is not in that one.
Okay.
He probably would have fit in,
Yeah.
but I think
don't
he was
see
doing Angel at the time. I think when that came out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
My mom says dad's not coming. He's already passed out. I figured.
That's okay.
that's
He
all right.
sits in his recliner, puts his feet up, out.
That's
Done.
Done.
Good for him. He's relaxing.
It's Sunday.
Exactly.
He should be doing that.
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe.
we're here working on the Sabbath.
But yeah, no, Casey, I
blasphemy.
thought it was very good.
Oh, I was actually really impressed because the main guy is the guy who plays Elvis, Kevin, from the Elvis movie, the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the main guys, and I think he holds really well.
Okay.
To his role. I like his role.
It's funny because they say when he was doing the Elvis movie, he got his voice stuck there because he did it so much.
I
Now
believe that.
it doesn't change. It's just stuck there.
Yeah, Gary Oldman had the same problem.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Gary Oldman had to actually go and hire a dialect coach to help him get back to his original accent.
From which accent?
From like just because he was acting so much, doing different voice like accents from
All
his
the
own.
different- yeah, okay.
He got stuck being not his own. He couldn't go back to his
Right.
like. I think he's British, right?
Oh,
yeah, he's. I
gosh.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if he's British or from Welsh or what, but he's definitely from the British Isles.
So he lost that accent, and he actually had to hire a dialect coach to like bring him,
To bring
back,
him back.
to that area. And
Interesting.
I was like, wow, that's dedication.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so hey, Kev, have you had an opportunity to get back up on the hill since last time?
No.
No.
When are you going back up?
I hope soon. I've been doing other stuff, cleaning the house. I redid my kitchen faucet, and I got one of those cup sprayers that you push down on.
Ooh,
So nice.
fancy.
It makes it so much easier. And the fact the kids get to do it and it seems somewhat fun. They're actually cleaning their dishes.
It's at least interesting to
Hey,
them.
there you go.
Yes. And it's nice enough that they're actually doing something other than making a mess.
That's
So, yeah.
progress.
That is
That's
progress.
progress.
Well, when do you think you're going to go up?
I'm hoping this week sometime, maybe when I get off work. I know I have to do a dump run because cleaning, I throw stuff away.
Right.
Instead of just like, at some point, I just get irritated with it and just throw it all away because who needs it?
Start over.
Yeah.
Tear it all down.
Most of the dishes, I mean, the wife cooks on high heat, so it's starting to cause pans to have issues
Yep.
instead of cooking on a medium heat like you're supposed to. So yeah, so I have new pans in the garage that I've had sitting in there for a while because
There you go.
I get things on clearance and then I'm like, I'll need these later.
You got those Gordon Ramsay hex clads.
I just
Not
started.
yet.
I just started cooking on a carbon steel pan.
Oh,
Yeah.
how is that?
That's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which one did you
You got
get?
to make sure it's like well oiled or buttered.
Kind of like seasoning a cast iron.
Yeah, it doesn't season quite as well as a cast iron.
Yeah,
You
not
have
as
to-
many pores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's stable.
See, that's what I prefer to cook on is cast iron. But
That's-
nobody else can do it in my house because they'll just burn themselves and everything else.
Cast iron gets a little toasty when you use it.
Especially if you're using it on high heat.
Yes, that's dangerous.
All right. Are we opening for the Super Bowl? We are, right?
That's
Sunday?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
We're opening up early that day?
Yes.
I'll open early, yeah.
Okay. I'll be in here to help. It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, it's one of those days.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the nice thing about the Super Bowl is 2 weeks, not next week.
Yeah, we get a week off.
Yeah.
Dude, you should tell James and Wanda to come up. Hang out for the game.
James is currently in Arizona visiting his family.
Well, he'll be back by the Super Bowl, right?
I imagine they'll be up for the
They
Super
didn't-
Bowl.
They didn't get tickets. Let's do another little private party thing up here.
And you know what?
I'm down for that. I'll reach out to him.
You know, and he can do Sunday nights with us on the podcast
This is true.
because it's Sunday night.
This is true.
Seriously, let's have another little private party for the Super Bowl.
Little get together deal.
Yeah. We'll invite in some people. We'll still sell cigars to people, but it'll mostly be a closed club, and hang out.
I will put that together with James and see what he's
What
planning.
time is the Super Bowl?
3:30 is usually the kickoff.
I guess I might be here early then. I'll try
Yeah,
and,
come on down.
try and
That's-
get some sleep.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
It really
Especially this year with the 49ers in it, we're going to be buried.
is.
should
Yeah.
be.
We're
it'll
going to
be
have so
fun.
many people in these casinos.
Well, and that's what the last group that was in here before we started our podcast. That's what they were leftovers from. They were leftovers.
Stragglers.
Stragglers. Yeah, straggler.
And they were partying.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what they were doing. They just, to me, they were obnoxious about it. There's something about
They were on the tail end of their party for sure.
Yeah.
right, but there's something. I don't mind people drinking, right? Even though I just don't mind people drinking, but what I do mind is
The yelling.
the yelling. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've just learned to tune it out
yeah, you tune it.
Well,
out.
for
you-
so long.
So
you were a
we've circled all
bartender,
the way
so-
back to that. Sorry.
We have come full circle.
Full circle.
Speaking about drinking, that whiskey that I bought you, that you had me pick up for you,
Yeah.
Stag Junior,
Yeah.
I picked me up a bottle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I
Oh.
tried it at the bar down over here.
Where'd you get it
last
from?
week.
From him?
From him.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I
It's
enjoy
good.
it a lot. It's
Right
good.
on.
And I'm like,
It's
I
really
I
good
should
whiskey.
stop drinking this and put it to the side.
That's probably got to be about his last bottle.
I think he says he only has a few more left.
Yeah.
He has it all hidden in the back.
I wonder if he got any of the 23 stuff.
I don't know about that yet. I know he got some new larceny in, or he's supposed to be getting the A in.
The A124, the new
yeah.
one.
He's supposed to be getting that in. He thought it came in when I was in there last
Yeah.
week, but it wasn't.
I'll have you pick up a bottle of that for me.
Oh, yeah.
Although I can usually find that pretty easy. The Stag, if he's got any of the 23s from this year, because they come into Nevada so late,
Yeah.
let me know.
Okay. And then he said that the rare character is coming in, and it's kind of like the Amberana finish, so it's going to have that same note.
Oh, delicious.
You guys can have it.
Look at that
Delicious.
face.
You guys can fucking
That is
have
an
it.
upset, disappointed Lane
I,
face right there.
I'm telling you right now, Lane. I'm gonna find you an Amberana that you like.
Well, this is where we're going to...
That's my goal right now. I'm gonna find you one.
I feel like we're going to do a barrel
just
war
not my
with this.
No,
Well, we have to
I
find
get
another
that.
Amberana finish for a character, though. I know they got a
Sure.
rare character at Whiskey Lounge in Reno, a
Right.
barrel pick. It just came in Wednesday.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Saying that, I'm kind of excited to go get that rare character because I like rare
Listen,
character.
if we find another Amberana finish, I will suffer through a barrel wars with it.
I know.
I don't want you to suffer through. I want to find one that you go. That's
No,
not half
because I
bad.
know what the flavor is, and I just don't care for it.
Oh, okay. That's
It
It just feels so thick to me,
like syrupy thick or
like sickly sweet almost.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
It's almost like a flavored cigar.
Oh, okay.
It's just not my thing.
not your bag.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
I hope it has a different flavor profile than the other ones we've had.
So, Will, how do you feel? It's Nikki Haley trying to hang on,
Oh,
and Donald Trump probably getting the nomination.
yeah, whatever. I mean,
Who are you going to vote for, Trump or Biden?
neither.
Okay.
None of
Yeah.
the above.
I'm gonna write in DeSantis.
I was going to write in Lane. Or Casey.
Hey,
Casey.
I remember I have to be president so that Lane can
Be vice
be
president.
the vice president and just do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I can't be in the public face that much.
I
But
got
you're the
this.
pretty
I got
one.
this. No problem.
I will get myself into so much trouble.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He needs to be behind the scenes.
That's why I wouldn't be president either. I get myself in trouble and everybody else.
So
All right, how do you guys feel about our cigar review coming up after this?
all right.
La Flor Dominicana
Yep.
Lajero. A single Lajero.
You know what? I
Yeah.
think this is the one floored.
You like the
Florida-
double Lajero.
Well, you know what? I think either one of them is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Didn't you like the Andalusian Bull when we
Yes,
had
I did.
the first
Yeah.
batch,
Yes, I
not
did.
the underage
Yeah, I was
second
a big,
batch?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of the Andalusian Bull.
Okay.
That
Sure.
first batch was
That
good.
and I believe the double Lajero are the two from that company that I would
I
be willing to
remember
Lefty.
you liking the Airbender for some reason.
The chisel?
I think you liked the chisel.
I thought
do. Oh,
we-
the chisel.
Yeah, I think you like that one.
Not as much as the other two.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, for it being Dominican, I think
For
you
it
actually
being Dominican, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when did James bring that in?
He was a proponent of getting that one in. Yes,
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because he got a box and it's like, oh, those are really tasty. I think I'll get a box. And I ended up getting a box.
That was the year that they came out and they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they rushed out the second batch.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
they were
did.
not good.
and they
No,
were just not the
they were
same.
so green.
Yeah.
So green.
They should
I
have
think
waited.
we've talked about cigars more on this podcast than ever
Yes,
in the history
true.
of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
That is very accurate.
We
my
tried to
friend.
stay away from it for the most part because we do our reviews.
Yeah.
you know, but
Well,
that's all right.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because the aspect of before we would do the reviews before, so we'd be talked out of cigars. We've already discussed it. We were on the review.
Ooh.
And then we come into the podcast after the fact. And it's like, oh, well, we've already talked about that. So,
Well, that's why we created the reviews, remember, was to try and make it to where we wouldn't get demonetized for cigars and whiskey more and just because we weren't sure if that was going to demonetize us.
It will if we ever get monetized.
Yeah.
It will. It'll get us shadow blocked for sure.
But-
Will it
is what
really?
is. Yeah, probably.
But it was also that thing that we were trying to make sure that we can get people in here and get it pushed out and they'd recommend us more.
I mean,
Well-
I think that the reviews add
it's an
something.
ad. Yeah,
Yeah.
value add.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys have really started to take to them. Like they're like, hey, these are great reviews, and they help people because they go, oh, I can just Google that one and be like, oh, these guys have smoked it already, and they know what they're
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
do get a lot of that from people that I know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you actually kind of know what you're talking about with cigars a little bit. I
You're like, I own a shop, so I should.
mean, I spent enough time around it.
That
You know
is
what's
true.
funny is doing these reviews. It has really helped me when I'm in the humidor talking to people. It's like, have you smoked much anymore? And no, I only smoke about once a year. Okay, great. I'm gonna give you something that's not gonna kick you in the teeth and hurt you.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, okay. And then like two guys were in earlier today, and I go, do you smoke regularly? What? And he goes, well, probably once every 6 months or sometimes more than that. And I
Dude.
go, okay. And he goes, what do you want? I go, what do you want? I go, you want mild? You want this? And I ended up giving him the Warhawk because I knew I didn't want to kick him in the teeth. Kind of like give him something that's kind of a little more flavorful than like not quite mild. To me, the Warhawk is not quite mild.
No, that's I would call
Yeah.
it a medium minus.
Yeah,
Or a
yeah.
mild
Okay.
plus.
Yeah.
And also gave him Guardian of the Farm from the Anagorsa line.
That's a really good
That's
cigar.
good.
And
Yeah.
I said to him, I go, look, this is about a medium cigar. Maybe it's a little more. And he was going to smoke that first. And unfortunately, he was from out of town, so he wasn't going to be coming back. And I would want to ask him what he thought
Dude,
of those.
this was so you brought up James earlier.
Yeah.
James was great in the humidor. He really was.
Yeah.
But he was notorious for selling newbies stuff that was just gonna smack them around.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must concur. Again,
Yeah.
Senator.
I watch people come out of that humidor with cigars like, oh, they smoke a bunch. He's like, no, this is their first cigar. Like,
What are you doing, man?
know.
what did you do to that person? They're gonna hate us.
Well, the fortunate thing, though, is that he was with the shop prior to your ownership.
Oh yeah.
That's
So,
fair.
But
I
Yeah, but even
said
then,
that.
we still. I mean, I think
We
the
had-
four of us kind of had already adopted this shop a little bit,
Yeah.
we were.
especially with the owner being gone most of the time.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
definitely in here contributing to the experience or the value of the cigar shop in at that time. What Mont Bleu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, Caesar's view of far enough back, but not for very long.
but we're kind of what we take care of. We enjoy cigars so much ourselves that when somebody comes in and they're new, we want them to enjoy it as much as we enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like that's kind of where we've always been, you know, whether it was your guys' shop or the previous owner's shop, we operate that way just naturally.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I
you-
think that's right.
Yeah.
I like that.
And you said you got more comfortable in there after all the
Yeah.
shorts, but I think the shorts also helped open up your palate
Oh, absolutely.
because you wouldn't smoke anything other than basically Nicaraguas for a while.
True.
Yeah, it does force you to smoke things that you wouldn't grab reflexively.
Absolutely. It's like I was funny you say that. I walked in today and I was I go, okay, I want a cigar. And I walked in and I go looking at all the different cigars and I go, Oliva B.
There are
Bang.
days when I don't want to think about it.
Right.
Like
Yes.
I have the
Yes.
5 or 6 go-tos. I don't want to think about it. I just grab one.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah,
You know, it's-
I'm there.
You know, speaking about expanding the palate,
We're gonna kill it off anyway.
speaking about expanding the palate, the kintsugi and the magic toast, those are now become a regular smoke for me.
You've added them.
In
Yeah,
your-
as well as the
yeah.
Man of War. You know,
Oh yeah. Man of War's good too.
So
that adds to
I'm
them.
kind of all over the place now.
I mean, it's good. You finally opened up a bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just. You mean I'm not being snobby and and smoking League of Nines
It's all
only?
about the Ligas, the T52s and the 9s.
No,
The
I
Dirty
don't-
Rat.
I didn't like the T52s.
You got them a couple of times.
Well, long
Yeah.
time
Okay.
ago.
My camera's dead.
Yeah,
The
thank you.
original T52 was a different cigar.
Than it is today.
Well, than it was even 6 years ago.
Yes.
Like there was a different like a definite switch in that cigar somewhere along the line. It became less oily, it became less rich, it became more astringent, chalky for sure.
yes.
All right, that's it. Our cameras are starting to fail because I effed the setup up a little bit today because we're trying some stuff. And I don't want to be a party pooper, but we need to move on because I have stuff to do early in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, you did.
Fair. That's fair.
Are you teaching tomorrow?
Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't call me off.
All right.
Anyways,
I'm like the one day that I actually want to be called off, they don't call me off. Like, damn it.
That's how it always
That's
works.
how it
man.
works.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, thank you for watching.
Well, who's taking us out?
and
Kevin?
if you've made it this far, again, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe.
Beat you
and we'll
to it.
see you on the next video.
Beats